over the summer, I was here in school, and we, if you play basketball here, you understand that you get free stuff all the time.
Wow.
And for kids here, at the end of the year, like they use it and they just throw it out, like they don't care about it.
Wow.
So I was working for my school one summer, and one of my roommates at the time, Frank, we were cleaning out the whole locker room and we were throwing out stuff. And I said to myself, wait, hold on. Like all this stuff we're going to throw out, like I know people that will use it,
Wow.
you know, for a whole nother year. You get all these shoes, people will rock them for a whole nother year before before they even go get messed up. So that's how it happened. Like literally, it just clicked in my head. Boom! I have all these shoes. I probably didn't even have money to take a plane home, but that's how I grabbed all these shoes and all these whatever we had that we gave out the first year.
Wow.
And that's how it started. Like literally, I came home to renew my visa at that time, or whatever it was. And what we did, Coach Solo was there from day one for me. So obviously, Coach Solo was the person that I was going to talk to if I was going to do anything. So I just told him, like, here, I have a bunch of sneakers for Rebirth. And that's how we started. Like literally, gave out shoes. 2 years later, the first year we didn't even do anything. It was in 2015, I think. I literally just gave out the shoes. And then in 2019, that's when I started working, so I'm able to come home. So that's how I was like, instead of just giving out the shoes that I had, why not find something else? And that's how the 150,000 naira came about at that time. So,
Wow.
So it really started from nothing. It was just
That's a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
it's just situation that I was in, and like it just happened. So I said, you know what? I know people that will benefit from this, so why not? You know?
Right.
Okay, so real quick, when you were talking earlier, I just wanted you to finish because you were rolling and you were just giving us a lot. But you said a lot of things about people believing and seeing into the future. So looking at the future right now, 10 years from now, that's 2033, right?
Yeah.
What just give us a sneak peek into your head? What did you see with the Niger outfit in 2033? Where will the Niger outfit basketball tournament or just the Niger outfit be in 2033?
Man, 10 years, that's a really long time, but
yeah, that's a long time.
For me, it's beyond just the tournament we do. For me, at least, what I want this. So I'll give you a sneak peek into what I think this could be.
Okay.
This could be, first of all, the goal is to split this into a female and a male tournament. Once we have enough resources to split this into a male and female tournament, then we want to refocus back into a summer camp. So we'll do a summer camp and we'll still have the Christmas tournament, Christmas 2 tournaments. She gets.
Yeah.
Now, there's a volleyball court right on the other side of that basketball court. We want to start doing volleyball stuff. We want to start doing like all the sports that we can do in youth center. We want to do all of those.
Wow.
It's beyond. It's beyond basketball.
Wow.
It's beyond basketball, and that's why we did not name it basketball, like Naanma sports basketball, whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know, you get. It's a sports outreach in general, and we cannot limit it to one sport.
Wow.
So the goal is to we want to branch into other sports. We want to do summer camps. We want to do the tournament in December. We want to look into scholarships for kids, not just scholarships abroad. We want to do stuff with universities around. Yo, see, we have kids that are good, but they want to go to school as well as play basketball.
Wow.
How can we help them do that and play sports at the same time? So they can't afford to go to school. Okay, how can we pitch in? How can other people pitch in and send you kids to university? How can we help orphanages create sports stuff for orphanages? How can we? So you want to branch out of basketball. You want to branch into soccer, volleyball, handball, whatever we can branch into, right? And you want to have summer stuff and holiday stuff. You get? And then I have so much stuff running through my head.
Wow.
Resources. We want to be able to We want to be able to bring
That's a
people.
lot.
We want to be able to bring schools from here over the summer that want to do they want to do their so schools here. They travel for the summer. Some D1 schools, they travel over the summer to go and do outreach programs for a week, for a month. How can we do that? How can we bring kids? How can we bring schools to come and do their own camp? We'll bring one university here to do their camp over the summer. They give their own jerseys out. They give their own stuff out. You get? How can we invest? Nigerian basketball is bigger than what people make it. It's just that it's a money grab for people right now.
Yeah.
You get? It's people are not investing into it because they're just finding ways to take out of it. We're trying to invest back into it. You get?
Yeah.
There are people. Don't get me wrong. There are people that are investing into this. But for the most part, why this hasn't changed is because people are only trying to take out. You get? People are not giving back, and the more and more people start giving back, the system has no option but to change. Like let's say for the league, for example, we have to change that. Like, and that just starts from us saying no, this is not right. Like we have to change this. You get?
Change it. Yeah.
So I have a lot going through my head.
Yeah.
It just boils down to resources and how much hands we can put together in order to achieve it.
Okay.
All right. So, okay, you talked about the future. You talked about how it all started, and before you came on live, we're talking about how people abroad, just people abroad, can help other people. And we talked about motivating, inspiring, and even giving out information about open sports. I think just as you're saying something about the nurses and the military opening, and then we're just establishing scholarships, just like he mentioned also. So we're establishing ways that we're talking about ways that people abroad can create opportunities for people down here, not necessarily even bringing them over there, sharing information, sharing videos, basketball videos, stuff about life in general that can help people down here. So do you have anything or any ways you think people abroad can help and inspire the people down here? Back here.
So I'll tell you why for the most part people don't do it, and then I'll tell you what we can do, because it's not that people don't want to do it. It's just that there's always barriers into doing stuff like this. Shake.
Yeah.
The first thing, I'll give you my challenges as to what I'm facing, and it'll give you a slight insight into why people are not doing it. So if you want to do stuff in Nigeria, there are just so many obstacles you have to face. Okay. So what people don't see behind the scenes that's working is that it's capital intensive to do anything we do. We had 100 pairs of shoes this year, right? It costs over $400 to ship those shoes home.
Wow.
So first of all, you have 100 pairs of shoes. You're looking at $400-500 off the bat just to send it. Now you have to deal with customs. You have to deal with stuff going missing. I had 2 basketballs go missing this year, right? From just shipping stuff.
Yeah, logistics.
Now you have to
do the logistics movement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you look at it in the broader scale, I know people that try to move their practices home, and the Nigerian system frustrated it so bad that they moved their practices back here. I know doctors that try to do it.
That's sick.
And we had a family friend way back in the day that lived in the US for like 30-something years, and he wanted to move his practice home.
Yeah.
And they frustrated the whole thing so much, he moved his practice way back. He moved his practice back to America and left it. He did not want to come back to Nigeria.
So now it's the Nigerian system here, right?
So
the system.
So first of all, it's the system. It's not friendly to anybody that wants to come back and do stuff at home. If you want to ship a car home now, customs will frustrate your efforts so much that you'll be like, at the end of the day, is this car really worth it? You get, if you have a brand new car, it's incentivized to just make money. So for the Nigerian system, it's turning into a dumping ground for old stuff. You get, it's easier for me to ship a 2015 Corolla than it is for me to ship a 21 Corolla, which is good for the environment, and it's not incentivized. If the economy said all the new stuff you guys want to import into Nigeria, we'll lower the tariffs on it.
Yeah,
that's incentivized to bring new stuff into Nigeria. Instead, we just want to dump 2006 Corollas into Nigeria system. You get, and why?
Yeah.
If you look at it, it's because there's somewhere that someone is making a shit ton of money. Excuse my French. Someone is somewhere. Why? Because they're all the people that import 2006 parts for Corollas into Nigeria in bulk. So what do they want to do? They want to keep the system bringing 2006 Corollas. If you start bringing 21 Corollas, it's not going to get spoiled for another 5-6 years. So all the people that so now you're looking into the whole system. If you don't want to look into why people are just bringing 2006 Corollas, you want to see why people are not buying 21. There's a reason why. The system is built to make money. Shit, you get. There are many people that are benefiting. Anything that does it, that you don't wonder why. Like, just wonder why. You start picking. And I only figured this out because I started a business in Nigeria. I started like a jet ski place in Nigeria.
Yeah. And we are coming to that. We are coming to that. You know, you called me at the point that you needed some from China and stuff.
Exactly. I know you remember when I called you about it.
Yeah.
But the whole process I went to import those jet skis into Nigeria cost me more money than one of the jet skis itself.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that?
So that's how you have to know. It's a money grab. That whole system is just. Why do you think people fight for custom jobs in Nigeria? It's not the job. It's not their salary. Their salary is not it. It's the money they make attached to the job. That is the main. That's why people are fighting for those jobs. So you want to look at the system first before you answer why people are not bringing their practices, why nurses are not coming to give back, why doctors are not coming to give back, even though some doctors do, because I know doctors. One of our we grew up in T Center together, Dali. I know you know Khaled. Like, he comes back every time he comes back to Nigeria. He comes and does like stuff for people in Nigeria. So you start wondering why more people. There's so many doctors here that are Nigerians. Why are people not going back to do stuff?
Wow.
You have to look at the why first, and it's because of the way the system is built. Like, if you try to do anything, your efforts are going to be frustrated, and you do it one time and you're never going to do it. So that's my opinion.
Okay. So, but are there ways whereby you could possibly break through? Because you know this is a dream that you have.
Yeah,
it's a dream, and if like that, those jet stuff you bought, that you know you wanted to get them from China, you actually asked me how much it's going to cost from China and stuff. I think because of the exchange rate, it was cheaper there in the States. Funny enough, I've seen on Facebook so many people riding on that same, I believe it's the one at the resort, right? You see, everybody, like, actually I've seen so many people going on that stuff. So now imagine that phone you get, because for example there are so many things that I do see here in China that I really wish is there in Nigeria. So imagine the frustration that is passing through for trying to bring that phone into back home. It's so frustrating. So I don't know.
So I get what you're trying to say. So for me, my solution, this is my solution to this.
Yeah.
It's all about building a network. If someone wants to do jet ski stuff now, if you ask me, I'll tell you the whole process. Sure, you get. I'll put you in contact with the right custom people to do it. Sure, you get. And it's the same thing for all the industries. If we don't put hands together, we're never gonna move forward. So it comes down to how do we create a group of people that want to do stuff back home? How do we create a Facebook group? How do we create a WhatsApp group of people strictly that want to do stuff back home? How do we all join hands? People in diaspora, we want to talk to people in the UK, people in the US, people in Canada, people everywhere. We create a group of people strictly, including all the custom people, all the people that work in Abuja, how can we create this platform that people, all we do is give information out and join hands. Oh, we want to do a tournament here. Okay, who's interested? Oh, now we have someone in the UK that's interested. We have someone in Canada that's interested. We have one other person in the state. That's 3 people. Okay, how many stuff can we ship from these 3 places? Who's the custom guy that's gonna clear it? Who's the one person that has that warehouse somewhere that's gonna keep it for us and watch over it and not really care to go in and take stuff for himself or when we're doing this tournament at home, who are the people that are going to be in charge that are not going to just give it to their own people?
Yeah.
Share it to their own friends.
Yeah.
Share you get. Till we all come together and stand for something solid, we're always going to fall for everything that's thrown at us. Why? Because I'm an individual, right? I come to do this thing. I might have done it for 4 years. It doesn't mean that I have the resources to do it for a 5th year.
Yeah, word. Yeah, true that.
So you get.
Yeah.
So it's all about how many heads we can put together. How many people in diaspora have seen this thing work the right way and want to change the status quo of it back home. That's the only way forward. Because if we're all individuals, and as individuals, we're going to run into the same obstacles the first person that did it in 2006 tried to do it. We're all going to run into that obstacle. But if we put heads together, we find a collective way to get over that hurdle. You get, and that's really my opinion as to how we can change things. Is how many heads we can put together in order to see and change stuff. Like, really.
Word. So you're done with your question for him. Do you still have any questions for him?
Yes. No, I'm good. I'm done. And a lot of questions I wanted to ask, he has answered all of them in the course of what he was saying.
Yeah. So Naanma, now so that so many people can relate with us, you know, you could still speak Hausa and stuff. You could still break it down.
Me, if you speak Hausa for me, I'll go speak Hausa. Like my Hausa is there. It's just like like how the Hausa know they wrong. Like it's just that if you speak it to me, I'll answer. Like, but it's not like before that I'll just stay up. I'll just be speaking Hausa. Like now I have to like think about it like for a slight second. It's not like my Hausa is not there. Like I was watching a TV show and I posted it on my story, and they had this actor butcher this whole Hausa thing they were trying to incorporate. So on the subtitles, I saw it says speaking Hausa, because when the actor was speaking, I didn't really know what it says, but I was reading the subtitles. So I saw it said language in Hausa. So I rewinded it and I recorded it, right? And it's just so off as to what they know for Hausa. It's like the person was praying. The person was, you saw it on my story, right? The person was praying in Hausa, but was doing sacrifices, and it didn't add up because that's Christian prayer, and the person is doing sacrifices. That doesn't add up. So that shows you what people know about Nigerian culture. If they're trying to incorporate it into the movie, the best at least you can do is is do some more research. Ask someone that actually speaks Hausa, not someone that did not grow up speaking Hausa and just went and did research. You actually have to ask someone that speaks the language. You know, it's not just research. But my Hausa is not like that. My Hausa is still very good. Like I can speak fluent Hausa. Like you understand. It's just that I'm just used to speaking English now. So like it takes me a second to like.
Yeah. So Naanma, thank you so much for your time. Like, you know, this like this idea just came up, and you know, we're still trying to see to what direction we're going. Thank you so much for your insights. You've been really a motivation to all this stuff we're doing here. We've not been mentioning government. It's a state of mind. You understand? And that's why I've been saying all this while. We need to have the right state of mind. No, a quick one. Like, let me just like let's shift a bit from this whole stuff. Now back to basketball. You get now. If they ask you to pick, you know, Alex, Dash, Apara, Beck, Dunka.